Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm reading for Aquarius energy today and I'm asking, what are we leaving behind? Like, what do we need to shake off in December and leave behind in 2023? And what do we want to embrace and do more of going into 2024? So this is kind of like Spirit's advice for you, like Spirit's direction, like Spirit's going, stop it. Just stop it, Aquarius. And they're going, hey, maybe do more of that. That's good for you. We like that. That's going to take you in a good direction. Do more of that. I don't know why it's coming through like this. I feel a little bit irritable in your reading. I don't know what that is. I don't know if you're irritated or like, I don't know. I feel a bit like I want to be annoying because I'm irritated, right? It's like I want to kind of be like, almost childish because I'm irritated. So I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's your energy or somebody that you're dealing with. I did ask, how does Aquarius know this is their reading? You've got the letters V, O, and I. So take that as it resonates. It should hopefully mean something to you. You can kind of move the words around, read them backwards, read them forwards. It kind of looks a bit like love written backwards. VO makes me think of like voiceover. It does look like it's trying to spell out voice. I was only getting 3 letters for everybody, so maybe if I continue going, it might spell out voice. I don't know. It also looks a bit like a French word to me. So is it like war? I don't know. I'm really bad at French. There's that on TikTok, there's this sound going around, and I think it's from Hamilton. It's like the Mentis Veganiscanis Coronel, and I cannot say it. I've listened to it so many times, and I'm like, something about French words and my brain and mouth, just the word is not compatible. Like, I don't speak French, as girls are allowed to say, but maybe it's a French word. I don't know. It could mean something to you. Again, it's your message, not mine. But you've got the numbers 411 as well. And you've got any wee thoughts. It's kind of making me think of any dream will do. You know, that Jason Donovan song. Is it from like Joseph in his Technicoloured Raincoat? Dreamcoat? Not raincoat. Joseph in his Technicoloured Raincoat. Maybe you've got a really Technicoloured raincoat. Maybe you've got like a really jazzy Mac or something. Okay, any wee thought. Maybe voy means we. Don't know. I don't know. The song that's come through for you is what I actually really love this song. It's by the White Stripes, and it's I forgot the name of it. I Don't Know What to Do With Myself by the White Stripes. It's such a good song. But he's talking about maybe having a bit of a breakup and, you know, doesn't know what to do with himself now this person's gone. So it doesn't have to be romantic. We'll pull some cards and we'll see what Spirit wants to talk to you about. But it could be that you've had a bit of a breakup and it's kind of like, I don't know what to do now that I'm not with this person. Could even be like a job, you know, like leaving a certain workplace and it's like, I've got all this free time. What do I do? Or I don't know how to fill my day now that thing or that person's gone. It could also be somebody feels this way about you. I don't know, but you feel irritated. It's strange. Like, is it irritated, kind of restless, grumpy? I don't know. I love the music video. I can't talk about that song without talking about the music video because it's Kate Moss pole dancing and she's so stunning. I absolutely adore her and I think she's beautiful in that video. So again, maybe that's something. I don't know. But yeah, I'm irritable. I feel like restless. I'm kind of like wriggling around in my seat. Like, have you got somewhere to be, Aquarius? Like foot tapping energy going on? It's like, don't tap your foot at me, young man. Okay. What is Aquarius being asked to let go of? What should Aquarius give up? Time to go. It's not time to go. That's so funny, isn't it? That's so funny because I was just talking about like restless, foot tapping, like have you got somewhere to be? And it's like Spirit saying, no, stay where you are, Aquarius. Isn't that really weird? Because I'm not asking for advice. And they're not saying it's time to go. They're saying stay right where you are, Aquarius. Don't give up on this. It's not time to go. Okay, interesting. Orphaned. That has the feeling of like, again, like there's something a bit childish. It's like you push me, so I'll push you back. It's kind of like you made me feel left out, so I'm going. See how you like it. Feels a bit like that. Okay. But Spirit saying, don't head for that door just yet, Aquarius. We've got something to talk to you about. Don't turn the reading off. I mean, do what you want. Milk and honey. So what are you being asked to embrace more of? Milk and honey. The good stuff in life. The stuff that brings you pleasure. The stuff that feels fun. Breathe. Libra's been getting breathe. Just breathe. Just breathe. Something about breathing. It's like coming up for air. It's coming through as a little bit rude. You know how like the elephant's tusk? It's like the elephant can go underwater, but it can stick its nose up and it can still like breathe. I'm just thinking like, because it's in the milk and honey, right? It's like you wouldn't want to breathe that in. So it's like in the thick of it. So if you're in the thick of it, just take a deep breath. As good as it feels, as pleasurable as that experience is, you know, it's like don't drown in it. Something like that. Why? I don't want to come up for air. I want to stay down here. I want to keep going round in circles underneath the water. It's making me think of kids as well. You know, like if you've got a kid and they're in the swimming pool or the, you know, at the seaside and they've got a snorkel and it's kind of like they're swimming round and round and like looking at all the stuff and you're like, come on, time to come up, have a break, let's get out, let's get you. Why? I'm having such a good time swimming around down here. I'm having such a good time exploring this. This is really pleasurable to me with your little snorkel. You know what I'm thinking of, right? Those of you who are like picking up on what I'm putting down. It's like there's something a bit rude coming through with that. Okay. I won't say what I just heard. Time to go. What is Aquarius being asked not to do? You've got a couple of angels. Look at this. Archangel Gabriel and Archangel Uriel. So 5th chakra and 7th chakra. So you've got the throat chakra. This talks about communication, speaking your word, saying what needs to be said, communicating in general, finding the right words. And the 7th chakra is the crown chakra. So this is kind of like, it's the highest chakra, right? So it's the most rare one for people to open. It's kind of like divine knowledge. It's kind of like psychic ability, divine knowledge, higher awareness, being able to tap into like the Akashic records. You can see how she's got this book in her hands. Yeah, it's like, it's more than just intuition, because intuition is more like the 3rd eye, which would be the 6th chakra. It's kind of like, but why is Spirit asking you not to do this? So it's almost saying, stay where you are, don't communicate. It's not the right time to use your crown chakra. What a strange message. There's been a few strange ones, to be honest. I'm going to have to unravel that a little bit more. We'll have to pull more cards on it. Because this looks to me like meditating, right? So this is my process. When I meditate, my crown chakra opens up. And I can feel it, and then I start to get messages, right? And then if I'm asking why, I get the answer. Right, round and round, unfinished symphony. So stuck in something. I feel like maybe you feel a bit like you're treading water. Round and round, treading water. It has a feeling of like, it almost has the feeling, Aquarius, of you being like, okay, I've been treading water here for a bit. I'm really enjoying it, but maybe it's time to get out. And Spirit's like, no, stay there a bit longer. You're like, okay. Don't forget to breathe, but you can stay in the pool. It's fine. What is Aquarius being asked to embrace by Spirit? Just see, that's funny. I feel like Aries had that. So, like, be strategic. It's like, stay there a bit longer. Keep things to yourself. Maybe don't tell people what you know. Keep enjoying it, but play your cards close to your chest. How funny. How funny. We'll find out why. I feel like Aries had something similar, where it's kind of like, no, just feel like there could be something going on with money. I've just come out of Libra's reading, and they had this thing about keep out of it. Libra is like, keep your money separate. Do not marry this absolute player. Like, keep your hands clean kind of thing with Libra. And then, like, you and Aries have had this, like, deceit card. You can see he's got all this money in his hands. And it's funny as well because Libra was like, they had a card that was like cornucopia. So they were told, like, don't go for the cornucopia, don't go for the money. Well, you're here, like, absolutely swimming in it. And like, my guides are kind of like, yep, keep swimming, keep swimming. Why would they ask you to do that? Do my guides not like Aquarius? Like, what's going on? Like, that can't be right, right? This is like, I do readings for the highest good of everybody. That definitely flipped upside down. Privileged lady in the reverse. Give up the privileged lady. Aquarius, are you the Knight of Swords? Not Knight of Swords. Are you the Knight of Wands? I would not have thought it was an Aquarius. Are you the Knight of Wands that was in Libra's reading, trying to marry Libra for the money? No, that can't be right. Give up the privileged lady. Give up the privileged lady. Stay where you are. Don't speak. What? Are you the privileged lady? Give up your privilege? What? Community bad health. I did mention that in Libra's reading as well. It was like somebody was trying to marry somebody rich so that they'd pay the medical bills for them. Community bad health and expectation. So you're asked to embrace this. So you sat there sitting pretty, enjoying your milk and honey. Spirit's asking you to play your cards close to your chest for some reason. There's a community involved, a group of people, an expectation of bad health, an expectation that the community is going to be in bad health. So you're like mixing up the medicine. Is this like a medicine thing with the honey? Because honey is like it's like naturally antibacterial if you get real honey. It's really good for like if people have, it's really good if people have like hay fever. If you get local honey, it can build up an immunity to kind of like local pollens. So yeah, so maybe it's something like that. It's kind of like applying the milk and honey. It's almost like the medicine, right? Or like the stuff that tastes good. Sort of like giving someone like oatmeal or something, you know, so that they can build the strength. With expectation. And doesn't she kind of look like the privileged lady? What's happening? What's happening? Okay, what? You're being asked to give up this. Compass. So if you go now, right, if you go too soon, you're going to go off in the wrong direction. It's like it's not time to go yet because you need to know which direction you need to head in. So it could be that you're waiting for some information or you're waiting for some communication so that you know which path to take. I'm going to have to clarify. Why is that privileged lady in reverse? So tell me what Aquarius is being asked to embrace at this time. The wishing well. What I'm getting, which I don't think I've ever got from this card before, this game, it's a computer game, it's a Sims game, and it's The Sims Medieval. And it's an older game, but in the middle of town there's this well, and on one of the missions you have the option to kind of like, well, I think if you're a medic you can put medicine in the well that makes the community healthy, but I think there are like missions where it's like you can poison the well and make people sick. So with it coming out next to community and this idea of like medicine and honey, it's looking to me like this is, it's almost, you know, like in like sort of like Victorian times and medieval times, you know, like people would be drinking the water from the same place, so but they'd have like really bad sewerage, so it's like the sewer would get in the drinking system, and everybody was like, why have we all got typhoid? And it's like, oh, because there's shit in the water that you're all drinking, which is making you all sick. So the idea of like the honey, right, being like the medicine, it's kind of like putting the honey into the well that everybody's drinking from. So if we turn this into, but maybe not letting people know that you're doing this. So it has the feeling of like doing something that's good for everybody. It's good for the health of a community. And it doesn't have to mean physical health, right? It can talk about, say this is a local community, say this is like your neighborhood. But, you know, there's something going on, everybody's upset. You know, there's something going on, it's bad for the health and well-being of the community. Maybe it is something to do with like the water supply, maybe an industrial plant's being built and you're like, that's not going to be good. It could even be something environmental, like you know, when people put up you know, like internet masts, like phone masts, internet masts, or electricity pylons and things, but it's like too close to a school, and you're like, that's not good for the school. It's making me think of like Erin Brockovich, you know, the film Erin Brockovich. It's kind of like, this is making the community sick, or there's an expectation that this is going to make a community sick, so let's provide the thing to make them better. With you being Aquarius, Aquarius by itself as an energy does tend to be very, very socially aware, right? You think of the greater good of the community. So deceit though, why is deceit here? It's like an expectation that a community is going to get sick. So there's a wish to provide nutrients. Could even be something to do like soup kitchens, you know, like because it's like people who are, or food banks. It could be like working in a food bank. Okay. Clarify. Why? So with time to go, it's like, I feel like you're being asked to stay where you are, at least for the time being. With the King of Pentacles in reverse, I'm telling you, there's something going on with either government, money, banking, because the King of Pentacles is the person who pays people, right? The King of Pentacles is the Emperor. The Emperor is like the CEO. The King of Pentacles is like the finance guy. This is in reverse. Is he in reverse? Let me... Undecided. Maybe you're waiting for some kind of payout. Maybe this is like you're leaving some kind of job, but don't leave too soon because there's a big bonus coming. So you need to stay where you are to get the big bonus, and like then you can go. Or it's something like if you stay a certain length of time, you get a certain pension, like a certain level of pension. Sort of like if you're here for 5 years, you get like the better tier pension. So if you leave at like 4 years and 9 months, you're not going to get the better pension. So it's like stay, because I don't like this thing about money at the moment. What's that word, like Ponzi scheme? I don't really know what that is, but I'm kind of hearing it. Kind of like a pyramid scheme or something. Why is privileged lady in reverse? Death. It could be like someone wants to... Oh my god. Tower on the bottom. Just combining that with Libra's reading, it feels like marrying for money and then wait until the person dies to inherit the money. I mean, Libra was like, don't marry them, stay independent, don't get mixed up in this. Doesn't that feel like that? Which, I mean, again, Spirit is saying, don't do that. It could be a situation though where, you know, somebody's about to die. or a situation is going to end. The death card doesn't have to mean death. It can mean like, you know, that situation is done. But the funny thing is, like, the Tower and the death card together, literally to me, means a shocking death, a surprising death. Like, we didn't see that coming. So tell me why Archangel Gabriel and Archangel Uriel are here, please, for Aquarius, because this is what you're asked to give up. Yeah, don't speak, don't take, or there's news, there's information coming, there's, because the Knight of Swords is about action being taken or communication coming in. Although his sword is pointing down on this one, which a sword pointing down means no communication, or like there's no communication yet. And with Archangel Gabriel being communication and Archangel Uriel being knowledge, either you're being asked to don't move, stay where you are, because you're going to get some information that could surprise you and shock you, maybe about somebody's health. So it's like if you move too soon, you're going to be doing it without the information that you need. Because this is a redirection, right? With the compass, could be involving work, it could be involving something you've been working on. And then here's an expression of love, or an expression of friendship, or somebody coming in to help. So it's almost like, I don't know what this is for you, Aquarius. It's a very strange reading, but it's almost like the universe is like, hey, I know you want to leave. I know you're getting impatient. Don't go yet. Stay where you are. Stick it out. Hold your cards close to your chest, because the situation is changing in an unexpected way. Something to do with either work or money or resources. There'll be an improvement, but there's definitely a situation ending here with a privileged lady. Could be death involved. Doesn't feel like you would be upset by the death, though. It actually feels like, I mean, I don't know your personal circumstances, so if you have experienced a death recently and you're very affected by that, or this is something you're worried about, I'm going to say it's not that situation. This feels like a different situation. Again, this feels like it's going to come as a shock, but it's going to change the situation. Tell me about deceit for Aquarius. Magician. Don't let people know what you're working on. Don't let people know what you're dreaming of. The Magician card, right? The Magician card has multiple meanings. One of the meanings of the Magician card is making dreams happen. He's got all the tools at his disposal that he needs to make something happen. He brings things out of the imagination realm into reality, right? So it's kind of like, oh, I have this wish or dream of going on vacation to this specific place, and the magician's like, I can make that happen. But he's a trickster, right? He's mercurial energy, Gemini, Virgo. Doesn't have to mean it's a Gemini or a Virgo, it's just Mercury rules those signs. So he does play his cards close to his chest, right? Think of a magician playing card tricks, right? He deals with illusion. So you are being asked to play your cards close to your chest. You are trying to make something happen here, but maybe not everybody needs to know about what you're dreaming of, or maybe not everybody needs to know how you do your magic. Tell me about milk and honey, please. You're trying to lay the foundations of something. You're trying to, it could be that you're planning a party, a surprise party, perhaps with the Tower there again, a surprise party. So you're trying to set, whatever you're dreaming of, right? Whatever this vision or dream that you have is, I want to say you're trying to establish the framework of this, the ground, like the groundwork, the foundations of this. I want to say it's probably connected to this community. There's like two girls here. So it does feel like they're, you know, it's like they're setting up a celebration, setting up a party. The Four of Wands can indicate the celebration of milestones, right? That we've got something to celebrate here. So like a rite of passage, and it's like we'll throw a party to celebrate that. The community, I think, kind of speaks for itself. Why is bad health here? There's that Knight of Wands. Conflict as well. I don't like this one. The Knight of... Right, these things are not always bad. The thing is, the Knight of Wands on his own, especially in the upright, can be a brilliant energy. It's kind of like, you know, the accelerator or the fire under your seat, or, you know, enthusiasm and creativity and spontaneity. And all these things can be great in the right circumstances. So again, kind of like planning a surprise party. You want it to be really spontaneous. You want it to be really creative and fun. He's the perfect person to do this. However, kind of if he falls into the reverse, or if he's in the wrong circumstances, you know, conflicts can be creative because he can be a little bit in his ego. He can be a little bit selfish. He, she, they, doesn't have to be a particular gender, right? Sometimes they can be a little bit, you know, act first, think later. So they can kind of like mess things up sometimes because of their enthusiasm. They're not a bad energy, kind of juvenile, kind of excitable, definitely can be sexual. So for example, in Libra's reading, they came through as somebody that Libra definitely wanted to avoid. And considering they're coming out with the Seven of Swords, I mean, it could be you. Again, it's not always bad. The Seven of Swords, I always use this as an example of like when deceit and Seven of Swords are, it's like the perfect time for them, because the Seven of Swords in certain circumstances can indicate somebody being very underhanded, very sneaky, kind of trying to keep resources for themselves perhaps. But you might also find the Seven of Swords if you're planning a surprise party, which is what you might be doing, because you know, you don't want to spoil the surprise. So you need to be kind of sneaky. You need to kind of be like carrying the presents around. It could be a Christmas thing, right? Setting up the Christmas tree, the Christmas decorations, Christmas party even, you know, maybe for a community. But you've got to kind of like sneak the resources around, sneak the presents in the back door because you don't want to spoil the surprise. Maybe you're doing a hospital visit. You know, maybe you're going to a hospital, children's ward, taking a load of presents to the children's ward, you know, going in, cheering up the people the old people in the nursing home. This could be a lot of things that you're doing that's for good reasons. It's not necessarily bad, right? But the Knight of Wands with the Seven of Swords does ring alarm bells, because that could also indicate somebody having an affair, basically. So I asked about bad health. And you got Knight of Wands and Seven of Swords. Could be somebody in denial about their bad health. Could be sexual health. Why is expectation here? Expectation of marriage, expectation of commitment, expectation of... it could be workplace expectations upon you. The Hierophant can indicate... or even societal expectations, traditional expectations. You know, for example, Hierophant and expectations, this party thing, it could be, well, your child's reaching a certain age, you're a part of a certain religion, maybe you need to have a certain kind of traditional party to celebrate that. Think like bar mitzvah, or what's that thing that people do if they're kind of Catholic and they take the extra name. There's like all these little like rites of passage, because like I say, Four of Wands can be a rite of passage. So you would have expectations, traditional expectations regarding that. You know, if somebody's on the deathbed, an expectation, a traditional expectation would be that, you know, perhaps a priest is going to come in and they're going to be able to kind of like give them the blessings and confess the sins and all that kind of stuff. What's the wishing well? I mean, the wishing well is whatever you're manifesting, right? Defending your dreams, defending your wishes, but keeping them secret. Sometimes you have to keep them secret, you know, so you're not challenged on them, you know, especially if you're trying to do something really good. It's like, you know, if you announce it to the world, you might have people who kind of, you know, put the stoppers under your wheels. It's like, I can't do that good thing because people are stopping me from doing it. don't know. Should we get you another song? I'm not meant to be doing too many songs or doing long readings, but I get curious. Can we get another song, please, for Aquarius at this point? Like some clarity, some direction. Don't Lose Your Head from Six the Musical. So this is Amberlynn, I think. Grew up in France. Didn't I say that looked like French to me? Grew up in the French court. Oui, oui, bonjour. Life was a chore, so she set sail. 1522 came straight to the UK. All the British dudes, lame, epic fail. Sorry if there's any British dudes watching. Oh, I want to dance and sing. Politics are not my thing. Oh, but then I met the king, and soon my daddy said, you should try and get ahead. He wanted me, obviously. It's such a good song. And like, I've been to watch the musical Six, and it's Amberlynn's part is like great. She's so funny. Like, such a funny character. He wanted me, obviously, messaging me like every day. Couldn't be better. Then he sent me a letter, and who am I kidding? I was proche à manger. Proche à manger? I only know it from listening to the song. I probably pronounced it wrong. Oh, sent a reply. Oh, just saying hi. Oh, you're such a nice guy. I think about it maybe. XO baby. Here we go. You sent him kisses. I didn't know I would move in with his missus. What? Because she moved in. Like, he wasn't actually divorced from Catherine of Aragon yet, was he? When Amberlynn moved in. Get a life. You're living with his wife? Like, what was I meant to do? Sorry, not sorry about what I said. I'm just trying to have some fun. Knight of Wands is just trying to have some fun. Don't worry, don't lose your head. I didn't mean to hurt anyone. LOL, say oh well, or go to hell. I'm sorry, not sorry about what I said. Don't lose your head. 3 in the bed, and the little one said, if you want to be wed, make up your mind. Her or me, chum. I don't want to be some girl in a threesome. Are you blind? Don't be bitter, because I'm fitter. Why hasn't it hit her? He doesn't want to bang you. Somebody hang you. Here we go. Your comic went viral. I didn't really mean it, but rumours spiral. Well, wow, Anne. Way to make the country hate you. Mate, what was I supposed to do? It's so funny. I tried to elope, but the Pope said no. So if you've got any kids and they're learning about Henry VIII, take them to watch Six, or like play the songs. Like, the songs are on Spotify. You know, good to remember which wife is which, right? Don't lose your head. Tried to elope, but the Pope said nope. Our only hope was Henry. He got a promotion, caused a commotion, set in motion the C of E, Church of England. The rules were so outdated. Us two wanted to get X-rated, soon excommunicated. Everybody chill, it's totes God's will. Henry's out every night on the town, just sleeping around like, what the hell? If that's how I knew it was going to be, maybe I'll flirt with a guy or 3 just to make him jealous. Henry finds out and he goes mental. He screams and shouts, like, so judgmental. You damn witch. Mate, just shut up. I wouldn't be such a bitch if you could get it up. Here we go. And all the other wives are like, is that what you said? And now he's going around like off with her head. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he means it. Sorry, not sorry about what I said. I'm going to listen to that at the end of this reading. Yeah, okay, so maybe that's why Libra's like, don't marry him. Spirit's like, don't marry him. Like, you'll lose your head, you know. Okay. I don't know what to say. All these readings. Okay. Okay, let's get... what is Spirit helping you with, Aquarius? Why is it looking like they're setting up the guillotine to me now? Like the baskets for the head. Oh my god. I don't want to be some girl in a threesome. Imagine that. It's kind of making me think of Chicago as well. Maybe there's something about musicals. You do get like theatre and acting and stuff like that quite a lot, Aquarius. You know, like in Chicago, the Cell Block Tango, where she's like, and then he met Irving. It's like he's one of those Mormon types, you know? Okay. Oh my god. What are you guys getting yourselves into? I don't know. Dear, I want to go and watch Six again. Okay, what is Spirit helping Aquarius with at this time? Okay. Plant yourself here. This is the one I'm going to read, but we'll have a look at what else you've got. Integration, embodiment, grounded action. The child within, inner mother, innocence, gentleness, and tenderness. And Sophia, I'll tell you, you're dealing with a Libra. Libra had Sophia, divine plan, wisdom, intelligence within, and destiny. Maybe you're like Aquarius with a Libra moon or something. I don't know. Don't marry yourself. Oh, these readings. Right, we've got the Rose Oracle. Okay, plant yourself here. I'm just having a moment. I'm like head in hands, like, oh my God. Invite your soul to come all the way in, from your knees to your nose, your cheeks to your toes, fully embody your life. Drop the defensive walls, let your soul land and occupy each and every cell. Anchor all parts of you into the here and now. Life is here even when death is here. Birth isn't possible without it. And you came here to birth this world anew. Don't you remember? Fully commit to living this life. Put your 2 feet and your ancient soul wholly and completely in. This is the card of the one who's committed to being the bridge between heaven and earth, the embodied mystic. They know that they don't need to denounce either heaven or earth. Rather, they are a weaver of worlds, here to embody their soul more and more with each new day, here to weave the sacred back into the everyday life. This card is an invitation to commit more fully to your life as a soul having a human experience. That's funny. I forgot to mention. So I've been getting this theme about superheroes through for each of the readings, for each of the air signs. Like Gemini came through this like accidental villain. Like, oops, did I accidentally become the villain instead of the hero? Libra had this thing about like Wonder Woman. It's like they were a normal woman and they were having a hero moment and becoming Wonder Woman. You feel like, because you're Starman, right? I sometimes talk about Aquarius being like this Starman energy or Star Woman, Star Person, Star Seed. You were coming through a bit like an alien coming down to earth. So you're coming through a bit like Superman, right? But coming down and having to be in the disguise of Clark Kent or Superwoman, Supergirl, if you like. Yeah, so it's like you were kind of like from another planet and you're coming down and having to wear like your earth suit or your human disguise. And then it's funny that I'm annoyed that I forgot to mention it, but it's funny that it says a soul having a human experience. So it says to invite your soul to grow roots that reach deep so that you can grow tall, to commit to your humanity and your expansion at once. The rose invites us to embrace all stages of life on earth, from the buds to the bloom, from the cutting back to the fruit. Her beauty and sweet scent are the embodiment of heaven, a nectarous reward for being here. It's funny because you've got the milk and honey. The rose reminds us to take a moment to properly enjoy the sweetness and that heaven really can be a place on earth. Enjoy the sweetness of life, like Aquarius. How can you commit more to your life? Okay, so what angels and spirit guides and starseed helpers are around you right now? So this might be a particular deity that you associate with that means something to you. If not, maybe it's from a different religion to your own. Don't worry too much. Just take it as the values that are being embodied by that card, right? So what is this card the personification of? Otherwise, you could think of this as like your spirit guides embodying these energies, or you could even think of this as like earthly helpers, like human beings around you who spirit is acting through to help you at this time, sort of like right person, right time. So who do we have, please, for Aquarius? Who is helping Aquarius out at this time? Nike. Maybe someone wears a lot of Nike. You've also got Lady Sarah. Libra had Lady Sarah. You've got Saint Teresa, simplicity, devotion, and empathy. Beautiful. And you've got Nike, speed, strength, and victory. So take those values as they resonate. Take those characters as they resonate. And I'm going to get you some advice. Okay, so what is your advice? What is the advice for Aquarius? If you notice the quick pause, then I did actually just pause. It was just to take a breath. What is the advice for Aquarius, please? The advice for Aquarius Oh, quite a few. Let's take it all. You've also got a new romantic cycle begins. I feel like Gemini got that. You've got you are good enough. There's that mercurial energy. Maybe you've got Virgo placements. Maybe you want to go and check out Virgo's reading just with that magician there as well. You are good enough. The answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. Again, a lot of Mercury coming through. Check out your Mercury placement. A win-win outcome is forecast. Full moon in Libra. The energy is gaining momentum, waxing moon, and show the world the real you, full moon in Aquarius. You've actually got all the air signs there, which is funny because I've just done 3 air sign readings back to back, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, and then, like I say, a bit of mercurial energy there. So maybe you actually do have an air sign Mercury placement. For example, my Mercury is Libra, so I have an air sign Mercury placement. But yeah, go and check that out, see... have a look at your birth chart and just see if you've got any of those placements or signs. Yeah, the energy is gaining momentum. Show the world the real you, which is funny because you're actually being encouraged to like hide something, right? You are good enough. The answers you need are coming. A win-win outcome is forecast. Just be careful about trying to be something you're not. You know, trying to be what people want you to be rather than being authentic. Um, you know, you can keep things to yourself. You know, you can play your cards close to your chest, but that doesn't mean you have to lie or be, you know, a version of yourself that's not true. You know, you can show up in an authentic way in the world and still not tell everybody everything. You know, not everybody needs to know your business, but that doesn't mean you have to lie. Do you see where the middle ground is with that? A win-win outcome is forecast. Yeah, I think sit pretty a little bit longer, Aquarius. Just see how a situation plays out. You might actually be quite surprised. And again, you've got the answers you need are coming. All right, I hope this was really helpful to you. Yeah, check out your other placements if necessary. Hopefully I'll be back in the new year at some point with a kind of like 2024 reading for January. But I'm really busy. Obviously, it's the Christmas period, so things get a bit hectic. I don't know when I'm going to be back. And I've just got the water signs left to do. Hopefully I'll get those done ASAP. Everybody look after yourselves. Have a great Christmas, New Year, Thanksgiving, whatever you're celebrating, or just, you know, wherever you are in the world, whatever's going on for you. Have a great December, and I will see you all again soon. Take care of yourselves. Bye.